Hi guys, welcome back. Another day, another video. Today we are going to code about RESTful API using a Python micro framework called Flask. We are trying to fetch a data from a server in a JSON format instead of XML, and I'm going to use a REST client to post a request and to get a request. So that client is Postman. So let's see how interesting that would be. Okay folks, let's get started. Before starting, I want to introduce all of you to this peaceful piece of beautiful creature that is Postman. There's a REST client. In here we can do a number of things. We can do all kind of CRUD operation from a client, and we can do it on server as well. Now I'm going to show you how we are writing a JSON code, and we are going to send that code into the database. We are posting it and we are getting it. Okay, fine. So let's write for post. So go here, click select raw and select a type JSON. First of all, this is how JSON starts. Curly braces. Inside we will have a key and a value pair, in quote double quotes. I'm going to insert just 3 value just to demonstrate REST. This is our simple JSON code. We just get back to header. As you can see, it is the content is application/JSON. So when I'm going to send this to the server, it has to store in its particular entity column. So let's get back to the coding stuff. I have created a sample Flask application. I have imported necessary library and have created a root with the get method. I'm defining a sample, and this is a sample page, and my project directory is REST. Inside REST I have demo.py. So this is the code. Let's start the server and check whether this initial setup is working or not. Okay, I'm gonna go to this, ls, demo is present, and this I'm in the current directory. So python space demo.py, enter. Server running and the debugger is active, and my running on this IP. I'm gonna launch my Chrome. I'm gonna paste it here and click on enter, and this is the sample page, and our Flask setup is ready. So let's directly get into our main database server side. Okay, first I want to create database. So I'm gonna use MySQL here. Let me log into my user, that is root. I'm gonna enter my private password. So this is it. I'm going to create a table of user with entity, 3 entities, that is first name, last name and email ID. Let me type that here for, okay, so create table with the table name as user. In here I'm going to have one auto incrementable and a primary column, that is ID, which is of type int, and it should be not null, and it's definitely not null, and it has to be auto increment. After that, so first name, first underscore name, all caps, first underscore name is this varchar 200, and last name varchar 200, and finally email character of 200, and I'm gonna make ID as a primary key. So primary key is ID. So let's check whether it's going to work or not. I'm going to paste this here, semicolon, Flask, enter. No, okay, first let me create a database for you guys. Create a database, create database name. I'm gonna name it as RESTful database. Okay, so I'm gonna use this RESTful database. So now I'm going to paste the thing with chemical. Yeah, my table is now ready. Let's get back to our code. Here it is. So to connect Flask with MySQL, I'm gonna use a new library called py-mysql. So import py-mysql. So this is a third-party library. I need to install that first. So let me stop the server. Control C. Okay. Pip install py-mysql. Enter. Yes, there we go. We have installed py-mysql. Let's create a connection to this py-mysql. So I'm taking a variable connection py-mysql dot connect. So in here we are going to need the SQL database and the domain, which is localhost, the username and the password. So I have all data ready here. So I'm taking user as my user and password is my local MySQL DB password. This is the host, and my database is RESTful is my database. I'll take this out, copy, I'm gonna paste between here. So that is with the connection. So after that I'm gonna create with that connection, I'm gonna create the cursor. So cursor where I can execute the query, and using this connection I'm going to commit that. Okay, let's create my cursor is equals to, with this details of connection, I'm gonna create cursor. I'm gonna call cursor method. So this is it for connection. Now in here I could see app root, and the root I'm gonna specify some set of repository for the resources. So if you want to download something, you will go to the downloads, and you can see in the URL says /downloads, and in the /downloads you will be having n number of indexes. So you will click on that and the downloading will start. So it's just like that. Here from the root I'm taking sample. I'm going to import say user, and now this seems logical. I'm going to upload user. For this let's do post first. Let's do post. In that post I have a method say sample. I'm going to rename this as user underscore import. Okay. In user import I am sending these many values: first name, last name and email ID. So how will I fetch that? So to fetch that I need to verify the data coming from here is a JSON data. Let's do that quickly. That I'm importing a module called request. Here I'm going to write a condition to verify that if not request of, if it is not a request of JSON, if it is not a request of JSON, then execute this. So along with that I'm gonna add a last name as a mandatory. The JSON set should contain last name keyword as well as its value. So to do that, I'm gonna use or here or not. This is a NOT gate. So if it is not or this not or, if anything is failed, then execute that particular statement. That's I'm going to write that. So if not request to JSON or or say last name. Last underscore name is a keyword. Last name or not last name or not last name. Then request or not request dot JSON, and the value is value, that is last name. So if these all three conditions fail, then I'm going to return some set of data. So that is first I'm going to print the message, a message saying last name, last underscore name is required, and the error code as 400. So too, I'm gonna I'm gonna return this message in a JSON format. So to do that, I'm going to import a new module, say JSONify. So I'm going to use that JSONify method. So JSONify, and there's a method goes between here to here with the error code at last. So this is what I'm going to return. So what else? So in that else part, I'm going to fetch each and every data just like I did this. I'm going to verify just like this. Take this part. In the else part, I'm going to use same variable, first underscore name is equals to request.json as first name. So I'm going to copy this for last name, and the email ID is the same. So last underscore name, this is email. Let's change it for last underscore name. Change it for email. So this is how I fetch the value. So soon after I get this value, I need to get connected to the database and now post this data into the database. So to do that, I'm going to write a query with double quotes saying insert operation. So insert into table. The table name's first field is a say first name, first underscore name, last underscore name, email, and values are placeholders, %yes, sorry for the typo, %yes. So our insert query SQL query is ready. So using this, I'm going to pass the value, and I'm going to execute this using my cursor function. So my cursor variable. So my cursor dot execute this SQL query, comma, along with these many values, that is of these things: first name, comma, last name, comma, email. Soon after this, I'm going to commit. I cannot commit with my cursor. I need to use the direct connection. So I'm gonna commit the connection. So connect.commit. So this is one set of operations. Soon after I commit, so else part follows. After committing, I'm going to return a message just like this. I'm going to return a very beautiful message with a successful message. This is just as I'm making it JSONify. Message is for user imported successfully with error code 200 and with and last name. I'm going to print last underscore name as last name. It's a variable anyways. Last name with the code. This should be 200. So making it as 200 here. So we are done with. Let me save this. We are done with the post. So how about the get? So to get, user has to input the last name. So last name we are keeping it as anyways mandatory, and the user whoever input, he has to give a last name. So we are getting the data using last name. So let's code for that. Alright, I have done with the get part. So I'm fetching one by one, I'm grouping into data, and I'm returning that data. So let's verify. Let me run this code. Let me save this first. Get back to here and run this demo.py, and we are running on the server now. Take this, go back to your postman where you have written your first JSON, paste it here, replace it twice. Okay, so this is the root. Go back to your code. What you have written here is from root is a sample import user. Till here, take this, paste it here. After the URL is ready, make sure you are posting the data into the database with these values. Click on send, and there we have a error. Go back to the console, check. Okay, I see issue here. Say line number 11, user import and JSON. There you go. Go back. For checking the line, it says this is the error request. I missed JSON here. Save this. Go back, and the server is again started. Go back to your post. Click on run. And now it says error code is 200. This doesn't make any sense. I need to correct this. It's okay. It is 200. It's successful, which means okay. Status is okay. User imported successfully, and the last name is user. I'm going to show you in that database. So select star from the table user. So there I have go. So one is the ID, which is auto implementable, Santosh Kumar and Santosh Kumar. Yes, now we have posted the data into the database. Now how we are going to fetch it? So let's see that. Go back to your postman, make this as a get method. Here the URL stays same, sample import. This is export as you have defined in your code. Just go back here and see the get export. After slash, I'm gonna give a username, last name. Go back here, export user. Alright, yeah, export, that's all. Export, and here username is Kumar space yes. Click on send. So what are we getting? So we are getting its email ID, first name, and its ID, which is 1, and the last name. So proper grouping will get this into a conclusion. So this is what we are getting. The data is of type JSON. That's all for today. We have did a lot of coding now. So just work it out. Come with a question. If you have any question, just comment it down, subscribe it, keep sharing the posts, and thank you for watching, and thank you for all your support. See you on next Sunday. Bye bye.